What's up guys, my name is Dean, aka the Blue Crusader, and in this video I'm going to be showing you this planet generator data pack. Basically this is the end result of it, but in a few moments I'm going to show you the whole thing generating from scratch and giving you a tour around this artificial sphere in Minecraft. Today I'm going to be trying out a datapack command. Basically with this datapack you can type in this specific command and it will actually generate a brand new world. Now you start this command off in an existing world and then we're going to fly into the sky and generate a planet. What it does is it generates the planet as kind of like a big sphere in the sky, and it'll generate from the planet's core in the middle, and it'll start forming things like lava and water, iron ore, diamond, redstone, the kind of deep ores in the middle of the core, and then it'll actually create the rock outside as a shell and small caves inside, and then it'll encase it and terraform the shape with things like grass and dirt. So we're going to create a huge planet. So this is Minecraft, but it's a sphere and it's kind of like we're playing on a planet that's floating in midair. So this is going to be awesome. I'm just going to drop into the planet sphere map which we've just made, and I'm going to try out this command. So this is a data pack, credit goes to XRAY Minecraft. You can download this pack yourself in the description if you want to actually try it out. But let's just try out this pack because I'm actually pretty excited to see what this is like. So right now I'm actually flying up in the sky, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fly to the top of the sky and then hopefully we can actually type in this command. So I've got it copied. This is actually a function. So with data packs and command blocks you usually have a function command and then the name of the pack or the mod, and you'll see it's working because when we click on this it does actually come up with different commands. Now you can use different commands to create cores and things like that, but that's a little bit too complex. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to look at a certain space and I'm just going to paste this command and press enter, and hopefully now below us you'll see it says generating core. Okay, so this is pretty interesting. So below us you'll see the planet's actually generating. So I'm going to do kind of like a time lapse and just pan around and just show you the whole thing just generating, and then we're going to take a look at it. So now you'll see the planet is actually mostly complete. Basically, it's gone from generating the core to generating the shell of everything. All of the trees and the grass have actually been completed last. And you'll see it basically just looks like the Minecraft overworld. We've got flowers and stuff in here. We've got different trees. We have birch, normal oak trees, and a lot of water which actually flows down from the center, okay? So the water flows down into the deep caverns, which we'll take a look at in a few minutes. And then it flows off the side, kind of just into the abyss. And you'll see where the actual normal Minecraft world is below. You'll see that the spheres just kind of humbly just floating above it, which is super cool. And all of the water is just flowing off the sphere into the normal ocean, and it's surrounded by a jungle biome, which looks pretty cool. There's a few pirate shipwrecks, and then the ocean and everything underneath is actually just pitch black. So where this sphere spawned, it's just kind of created a dark side of the world underneath it. So it's allowed zombies and skeletons to spawn, and it's kind of ruined the light source that these turtles are getting, and it's kind of just made everything underneath just look completely neglected of light. But what's pretty cool is it looks like a pretty massive obstructive piece in midair. It just rains over it. It kind of just has this sort of dominance to it, this planet. It looks like a kind of Death Star thing in midair, which is super awesome. But yeah, this would be pretty good for a survival world. We have trees everywhere, so there's easy sources of wood. There's water already there, so you could make a bucket or start to make certain pieces that require water, such as a farm. It'd be easily accessible to make a farm up here because there's so much water. And what's an interesting thing, okay, is all of the water bodies, some of them which are spawned in lakes, a lot of these water bodies which are spawned in lakes, they actually have tropical fish already in them. So fish generate as well, so you can use them for fishing or just have kind of pools, which is really nice. And the trees are pretty tall, like there's so many trees here, you're never going to have a problem finding wood, which is kind of nice. But what it does is it makes a few different caverns, okay, kind of like caves that go straight down, and each of them has a purpose. So one of them was a fish lake. This is just purely a mining tunnel, so you'll find stuff like coal and gold at the top, and then the deeper you go down you'll find things like diamond here. And if we just get a few torches just so I can kind of explore down here, you'll see we have diamonds, and most of them are all next to each other. You could probably see in the first part of the video where the planet core was generating, you'll see that all of the ores that are in close proximity together, they're all kind of conjoined. So a lot of the ores are close to each other, so you'll see that there's so many different pieces of diamond in this one ore vein, which is kind of a key that gives away the fact that it's completely custom and artificially created. So before this was generated, probably the creator made the planet build themselves in some kind of map tool and then made the data pack generate it. So you can kind of tell it's artificially made just from how the ore spawns, but it's still a really nice survival world. So I'm just going to set it to daytime, and this is just another cavern. Down here you'll find just normal stone, doesn't really go anywhere, but the middle cavern is what has a real purpose as well, because obviously there's no biomes on this. The only difference to this to the normal Minecraft world is there's no biomes on this sphere, so the only stuff you can get is from kind of like the normal grassy biomes with the trees. So what they've done is this other fish lake which is in the middle, this is the only source on the whole map on the sphere where you can get sand. So this is kind of like a lake and beach biome in one, and you'll see underneath there's actually sandstone, okay? You'll see a little bit of sandstone on the side, so you can use this for sandstone. And if you swim deep down, there are kind of like holes that you can swim into, and it's kind of like a place that you can explore into, which is really nice. But for the most part, this planet just has absolutely tons of ores in, so you can explore. I'm not really sure if there's any dungeons or anything, and there are a few glitches with it. It's not 100% perfect. You'll see that there's things like floating grass, which isn't too problematic. You could probably go around there and just destroy some of that, but it's not perfect, but it's pretty awesome. If we just mine through the side of here and we'll just try and go as close to the center as possible, we'll see what there is. Now I don't think I'm going to be able to locate the core because it's going to be a little bit too hard, but you probably would have seen when it was building that the core is actually just a giant ball of obsidian, which is kind of cool. So it makes it more accurate because obviously the earth is built up of different materials and different types of rocks and magma and stuff like that in the core. So it's trying to emulate that in this build, which is really nice. I don't know where the placement of the obsidian is. So this looks to be around the center, but like I said, I'm not 100% sure where the center is. But the middle's kind of hollow. We've walked into a different cavern. I think this is completely different to the one we were in before. So if you do go mining in different spots, you can find multiple different caverns. There's not that many cave systems in here because they're all specifically generated, but you will find a few different caverns which are all interconnected as you actually mine into this thing. So it's pretty cool. And like I said, we are not in the center here, okay? The core would obviously be in the center. So if we go here, which is the center block, and then we mine through here, we'll probably end up finding the core at some point if we go through here. I'm not sure where it's placed because obviously all the other blocks are generated. And towards the middle, you'll find a lot of stuff like iron and gold, okay? And then towards the bottom, and as you get deeper in, you'll find more precious stuff. Like you can see, we have a lot of lapis here, we have a lot of diamonds. And if you keep going, you will find a lot of ores. We're even coming across stuff like gravel and stuff, which hopefully doesn't drop forever because I want to find my way through here. So we have gravel and all these sort of silt blocks and clay, which inhabits a large portion of this, so it's kind of tough to get through. And then now here we are at the middle, okay? So this is the core. So the core basically has an outer core, which is the obsidian, and then the deeper you get in, it's literally just made of magma blocks. So yeah, it's just magma blocks, obsidian, and then there is actually some bedrock in the very center, and then some of these nether blocks, and then there's just lava inside. So that's what's inside this core, okay? So that's what will happen if you actually go to the middle. It's just full of lava, magma blocks, obsidian, stuff like that. And you can see there's tons of it, and then the rest of it's kind of covered in clay. So that's what you'll find in the center. This is pretty awesome, to be honest. This is the planet generator data pack. You can get this in the description if you want to test out for yourself, if you just want to mess around with how a planet would look in Minecraft. But this is it basically. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to like and subscribe for daily Minecraft videos. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time.